What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know every time I put up a new video and or a live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now almost a month since the official reveal of the 2022 Toyota Tundra. I've studied everything, I've looked at everything that's offered about the truck, and now I'm going to tell you how I would have done it a little bit differently. I'm no one who makes any kind of decisions at Toyota. I don't work for Toyota, but just as a fan and an enthusiast and a longtime Tundra owner, there are a few things I would have done a little bit different. Now, I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say down in the comments, whether you agree with me or not. Make sure you give your opinion. It's going to be a fun conversation. Also, I want to stress, I'm very excited for the next generation Tundra in general. I am totally going after a TRD Pro, which is a hybrid, because that's the only engine available for the TRD Pro, and that will be coming out in March 2022. So at the end of the day, I'm very happy with the next generation Tundra, but now why not nitpick a little bit on how the truck was released, okay? So I have three main points I'm gonna go after, saving the best for last. Really look forward to what you guys have to say on that last one. The first one is the reveal, all right? I would have done the reveal slightly different. Now, for people that are Tundra owners and enthusiasts, you guys knew that the next generation Tundra was gonna be revealed around the date it ended up being revealed, because there was a leak a little bit earlier. If you follow my channel and other Tundra channels out there, we've been talking next generation for a very, very long time. So you were prepared and ready for what was to come. Now, one thing that kind of sidetracked me a little was how the truck was revealed. And I believe the date was September 19th. There was going to be a commercial in an NFL game at halftime, okay? So all of us were tuned in. I had a live stream going on at halftime for that commercial, but Toyota USA decided to also release all of the stuff, including the commercial, at 9 p.m., okay? So the game went a little late. I don't think the commercial was on TV till around 9:45, so all that information got released on Toyota.com earlier, all right? And it kind of just came out all at once. It was like, here's the commercial where you see the next generation Tundra at the end of the commercial. A very good commercial, by the way. And then we were allowed to give you the information as YouTubers and journalists, and everyone out there was allowed to give you the information about the truck and what's to come. Now, it wasn't your normal way of doing it, in my opinion. Usually you have someone high up in the company up on a stage at an auto show, and they're doing like a full reveal of the truck, and they're circling the truck as the truck sits on that turntable, and they talk about all the details. We didn't really have that with the next generation Tundra, so it kind of threw me off a little bit how it was released. They kind of depended on everybody else to release the information versus like we usually see with the automaker being on an auto show stage talking about it. One thing I thought we would see for sure, and I kind of thought that halftime commercial might do this, I thought it was going to be a long commercial based on just the next gen, not the run through the heritage of Toyota per se. Again, a great commercial, but I was really looking forward to kind of a detailed, awesome, just 2022 Tundra related commercial. So as far as the reveal goes, a little bit different. You'll have to let me know what you think about that. That is definitely number one for me. Number two is how we are receiving the information on the next generation Tundra. Everything is coming out in pieces. We're almost a month after that NFL commercial reveal on September 19th, and we still don't have all of the details on the next generation Tundra. Now, pricing always takes a little while. A lot of auto manufacturers don't announce the pricing until right before it goes on sale, and that's fine. So we'll delete the pricing out of that. But we don't know the hybrid MPG yet. We just the other day got official word of the 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo MPG. There's a rumor of another next-gen trim coming. That's supposed to be the most luxurious Tundra of all time. That hasn't been released yet. That's just a rumor, but that's another thing too. It just feels like they're not releasing everything all at once, so it still leaves a lot of questions out there. And that kind of goes back to my first point with the reveal, the main reveal being like where somebody stands around the truck and talks about every single aspect of it. I think that was lost in translation along the way. So number two for me, 100% how we're receiving the information. We're still not all the way there yet. A lot of you have a lot of questions, as I see every single day in all the comments and everything. There's a lot of questions whether you like the next generation Tundra or not. So number two is just how we're receiving the information. Number three, I think a lot of you will agree with me on this, and I have the pro and con points of it both. the 5.7 liter V8 engine. Now, Toyota was forward thinking, and I applaud them on bringing in small displacement forced induction engine and a hybrid option. That is the future. That is the forward thinking aspect of it. The horsepower is higher, the torque is higher, the MPG numbers are great. And we knew that was going to be the focus going forward. Now, what that's going to do and why it's good for the Toyota Tundra, that's going to draw in a different aspect of a buyer, okay? Not just us who have owned a bunch of Tundras and we're sad to see the V8 go, but that's going to draw in those new types of owners that maybe haven't had a half-ton pickup and they're afraid of the gas prices, but here comes Toyota to kind of match where everybody else is, EcoBoost style, and give you the truck you want and the truck you need, but with better gas mileage and, a smaller displacement option out there. So good for forward-thinking Toyota, trying to bring in new owners because they want to increase their sales. And, they have all of us as Tundra enthusiasts already, so they want to increase their sales by bringing in new folks. So that's the pro of what they did. Now, here's the con part. Here's what I would have done. I would have took care of the old school, us, Toyota Tundra owners. There are a lot of people left, a lot of them, that still like that 5.7 liter V8 or a V8 in general, okay? Going forward with the V6 options is fantastic, but I would have kept around that 5.7. Not forever, maybe 3 or 4 years, 3 or 4 model years going forward as a third option, kind of like Ford did with the F-150, because you're throwing a lot of new stuff, ground up remodel at Toyota Tundra owners, and you're hoping they upgrade from their current gen to their next generation. You're throwing a lot of new stuff at them, but you're taking away the one thing that might have helped with that slow transition into the next generation Tundra. Even if you had those other two options and the 5.7 is just there, even if you take that 10-speed transmission that's going to be available on the next generation Tundra and give it to the 5.7, maybe a quick little retune, that would be awesome. You'd probably get some great gas mileage out of that as well. Or if you didn't want to put the time and the effort into it, and you just drop the 5.7 V8 with the 6-speed like we have now in the next generation Tundra, I think that would have been a little bit better of an idea going forward. And I'm just basing this off of, the people and the thousands of comments I get on this every day. Even people that like the next generation Tundra say, but I still think they should have kept that V8 as an option. So that is one thing I definitely would have done. Not forever, just a slow transition into the new Tundra, but keep that V8 for people who want to come up into the new truck but aren't ready to give that up. Like I said, there are still V8 fanatics all over the world and country, especially because Toyota's US and Canada, right? That's the thing that's holding them back from the next generation Tundra is that V8. And I'm sure down the line, and this is why I said 3 or 4 model years, down the line, folks will begin to understand that the way the world is moving is we're going to small displacement, and that's it. But the slow transition would have been the way to go if I was the one to do it. Overall, very happy with the next generation Tundra. It is a true ground-up remodel. They took care of a lot of things we were begging for a long time. Better towing, better fuel mileage. The 6.5-foot bed option on the Crew Max. There's a lot of things they took care of. Rear diff locker. They did a lot. New interior, bigger screen, up-to-date infotainment, things like that. So they've done a great job. I want to stress that. This is just me nitpicking on a few things I would have done. I know a lot of you will agree with me on the 5.7 liter V8 sticking around at least for a few model years, but it is your turn. Go down in the comments below and let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you have anything to add? Or do you think I'm totally wrong and you're just pumped for the next generation Tundra? Forward thinking only. Let me know in the comments below. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe and be well.